Hello there. So I had to start this video with a cat on my lap, so I didn't do my normal introduction. Nevertheless, what's up? And we're back, and we're going to listen to another hardcore tune, another track by Predator. Shout out to him, as well as to Guillotine Records in the Netherlands. And also, I don't know if I mentioned on either of the previous reactions that I've done from this label in the last couple weeks, but Art to Decor is listed as the doing the artwork for all three releases, so shout out to him. And yeah, we're going to listen to a track that I think is produced in 2023. I think all the ones on this release are, recent modern tunes. Again, on the Human Blood release, a bunch of the tracks are from 20 years ago, though there is one which I just reacted to from more recently. In any case, we're going to listen to a tune called 20,000 Hardcore Members. And if you know that phrase, then you'll know it comes from The Warriors, a sort of stylized gang movie from 1979. I saw it as a kid, and I'll never be able to get out of my head my brother doing an impersonation of, David Patrick Kelly, I think, with his Warriors Come Out to Play chant. But this is what's the character name? I'm blanking on the character name. But yeah, it's that speech he gives where he talks about 20,000 hardcore members, another 20,000 not organized but ready to fight, and the future is ours essentially. I remember I didn't realize it back in the day, but Pablo Gargano, I'm a big fan. People will know this. Acid Trance Guru. He once did a tune. I'm blanking on the name of it. It's on Telica. I know that for sure. And it has a line about, nobody is wasting nobody, and that is a miracle. And miracles are the way things ought to be. And back then, I didn't remember that was from the Warriors, and it was only recently that I realized that. But whatever, I'm getting off track. Let us listen to 20,000 Hardcore Members by Predator on Guillotine Records 2023. Oh, and it's on the other side. So if we're going to do that, I do have to actually flip it open. And I should say in advance, this tune has a slightly less early hardcore 90s gabber flavor, at least to my ears. To my ears, it sounds sort of like hardcore in the early to mid 2000s. It sounds like turn of the millennium hardcore. The kick drum and the bass line are a bit different, don't get me wrong, still fantastic, still brilliant. But yeah, at least to my ears and brain, it's a bit less early than a number of the other tracks in this series already. So, but again, I'm here for all kinds of hardcore. So again, it's not a critique; it's just an observation. So, in any case, Predator 20,000 Hardcore Members on Guillotine 2023.
You're standing right now with 9 delegates from 100 gangs, and there's over 100 more. That's 20,000 hardcore members, 40,000 counting affiliates, and 20,000 more not organized, but ready to fight.
60,000.
Can you count, suckers? I say the future is ours!
It does have the drum and bass rhythms though. Synths are very old school. I like that. Electrical tension.
I say the future is ours!
simplicity of this part. You know it's going to drop, and it has that electrical tension. The drum and bass roll. Probably my favorite moment in the track right there, even though it's not the biggest moment. So you know we're coming back for one more.
Standing right now, 9 delegates from 100 gangs. There's over 100 more. That's 20,000 hardcore members. Can you count, suckers? I say the future is ours.
Transition. It's like even. Yeah, you tell them. I love it, and I love it just as much as the other tracks. Which again, I like. I really don't want to present a false suggestion that because it sounds slightly less early in terms of the kick and the bass line. That I'm not into it. I've said before, I'm down for all different kinds of hardcore. It just so happens that the early hardcore sound, that classic gabber sound, mixed with some of that Cenobite flavor is what I'm all about. Regardless, that one is as good as anything on this record. Like, it's just, I love the use of the samples. It really does have old school synths too. It's like, a lot of it is very much old school hardcore. It's just like, to my ears and brain, the percussion sounds a bit more like evolved, like, you know, reminds me of some tracks I remember hearing in the mid 2000s. In any case, yeah, I love the use of the samples. You know, it's splicing some of the lines, which, you know, the best use of samples tends to do that because, you know, you take out like specific name references and then it tends to have a more general feel, and I think that tends to work better. So I like the selection and use of the samples. Not only do I love the wicked, like, two different schemes of like wicked hardcore synth work, but I love the like more austere sections where again it has that like electrical tension sort of pulse and it gets sort of quiet, whatever, and then just drops in with like a very stripped down, hard like configuration of the sonics of the track, and they did that a couple times, like offset against the sections with the wicked synth work. I touched her ear and now she's very offended. I apologize. But yeah, top tune. Again, shout out to Predator. And in fact, I was like leading to commenting on this in the previous reaction I did, and then I distracted myself and I was like, oh, it's about the end of the track and the way, you know, you could use it to transition. But what I was trying to say then is that when these records were teased on YouTube before I got my copies of them, I was listening to all the tracks and it was like, oh man, like I can't wait till I get these, because I had just ordered them and I started listening to them in anticipation. And I commented on a couple of them, and Predator like replied. So shout out to Predator not only for, you know, making tracks like this in the modern era, but for, you know, sort of encouraging people to, you know, talk about the tracks and the label Guillotine. So big shout out to you, big shout out to Guillotine. And at this point, Luca, I am going to have to pick you up, so I apologize. I know you are blissfully in sweet slumber, but I shall put you down right here. In any case, let me know what you think of this one. I will see you next time. Peace.